All righty. Here we go. I think we are live. All righty. This is the first time I've gone live using Zoom. So give me just a second, you guys here, and I believe I can invite you guys to the call too as well. So give me just a second here as I get everything set up. Let's see. Let me see if I can share. Let's see participants, attendees. We want to invite, copy the URL here. We'll go to the group, and I guess you guys are in the Facebook group already, but for those of you that want to join on the actual call and ask questions and just be live with me, I'll go ahead and post this in the VIP chat group. So give me just a second here and I will find the VIPs. Where are my VIPs at? Let's see. Facebook's always changing. Here we go. Join me live. Cool, and I think I can use my phone as well to see your guys' comments come through. So let me pull this up as well. Let's see. Pull this up as well. There we go. Cool. So it looks like this is working. Let me get that off. All right, you guys. So I'm just going to give this a few minutes for people to pile on here, but tonight I kind of wanted to do an impromptu live for you guys. We're going to be going over some email marketing secrets. So what to do once you get people on your email list. Now, I believe that traffic is the easy part, right? We can get traffic from anywhere. There's no shortage of traffic. You know, we got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got solo ads, we've got Instagram, we've got Snapchat, we've got paid traffic from different traffic sources. We've got SEO. So there's tons and tons of different ways to drive traffic. Now, what do you do once you get people on your list? I know a lot of you are brand new. You're getting started and you're doing solo ads, right? Which is the quickest way to get started and start generating leads, right? Because you want to make sure that you constantly have that faucet on. As long as you have that faucet on, you've got the water filling up the bucket, you've got overflow, you've got traffic, you've got leads, you've got sales coming through your business. As soon as you turn that off, you've got nothing. So you always want to be driving traffic, always. Whether you're doing free traffic, paid traffic, you're doing a combination of both. You always want traffic coming through the front door. Now, that's one part of the formula, right? Traffic generation, mastering traffic. The other part of the formula is the back end, following up with your leads. And that is probably the single most, I'd say the second most important thing besides traffic, because you need to get people on your list first, right? But I believe that most people overlook building a relationship with their list. It's not about, people say the money is in the list, but the money is in the relationship with your list. Okay, so you got to make sure that on a daily basis, whether it's 7 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, you decide, you find out what works best for you and what your, get your leads accustomed to receiving emails every so often. And you want to mix it up. You don't always want to be giving out freebies, right? You want to mix it in with selling. So I've talked about the formula that I use called value, 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 sell, right? And sometimes you can sell, value, value, sell, so on and so forth, right? So you want to make sure that you kind of mixing it up a little bit and you don't become the freebie guy and you don't become the guy that's just all about selling somebody and giving no value whatsoever. So what most people do is they get started off with solo ads, okay? And then once they run their first solo ad campaign and they don't get the results they want on the front end, right? A lot of people expect to just have that first campaign and it's just going to turn into a $10,000, $20,000 plus sell. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out like that. You've got to build a relationship with people on your list. They're completely cold. Maybe they've seen you once. Typically it says, or by standards, internet marketing, experts say that it takes about 7 exposures to an offer before somebody makes a buying decision, right? And you can speed up that rate if you connect with your audience a lot faster, right? By sharing your story, the hero's journey, right? There's a lot of different things that you can do in that first, week or two to build a relationship very, very quickly and get people to eventually buy your products and services. But what most people will do is they'll just slam people with either emails that have no substance to them, or they'll just keep buying solo ads and then they won't follow up with their list. They won't email their list, right? So I just kind of want to give you guys some golden nuggets here tonight, some pieces of advice on exactly what to do once people are on your list, okay? And how to take these people that are on your list and start segmenting them and start putting them in different buckets to really find out what type of offers they resonate with and what type of offers they don't resonate with, right? And you can get more complicated and complex, and you can start getting tools like Infusionsoft and Market Hero. And then email marketing becomes very complex to a point where, you kind of are able to determine if somebody doesn't open this email, right, then you can put them and segment them on a different list. If they don't join this webinar, you can put them on a whole different list, right? If they open but they don't click, you can put them on a whole different list, right? So there's so many different things that you can do, but I want to keep things basic and simple for you guys, okay? From the message, the reason why they joined, why they got on their list, all the way down to the emails that you send out every single day or every single week. They have to be incredibly consistent. So on the front end, if you're teaching people how to get started in online business, your emails should be showing people how to get started in online business. You shouldn't necessarily be teaching them traffic generation strategies, right? That's where you want to segment people from that list to a separate list, okay? And the way that you can do that is first get people on your list through a general offer. It could be a make money online offer. It could be digital altitude. It could be something else. Once you get them on your list, then you can start to segment them into other lists to find out what their needs are, to find out what they're struggling with most, right? Most people aren't doing that. They're just like getting them on their list and slam, slam, slam. So you want to get them on your list. You want to survey these people, and then you want to segment them and put them in different buckets, right? So you can say, okay, these are the people that are interested in digital altitude. These are the people that are interested in e-commerce. These are the people that are interested in learning more about, traffic generation. These are the people that are interested in, SEO, search engine optimization, so on and so forth. So you can segment. Once people get on your list, you can start segmenting them into different lists. So let me show you exactly how to do this live. Let's see if I can pull up my little software here. Are you guys getting some value from this? Is this making sense so far? Let me know in the comments below if you would, and I'll be checking the comments here. Let me see. Keith says, looking good. So I'll be checking the comments here. Let's see if I can see these pull up. Why am I not seeing comments? Okay, here we go. We got Ricardo on. We got Braden. We got Keith. Keith says, looking good. Cody says, woohoo, this is gold. Awesome, you guys. Appreciate it so much. So let me actually switch to my screen so I can show you guys exactly what you need to do. And maybe I'll show you some live campaigns in action, kind of showing you some emails that I've sent out, exactly like my psychology behind everything and why I do what I do, why I send out certain emails to certain people, and just the reasoning behind it. So Let's go ahead and let's see if I can share my screen here. Just a second. Here, server. Get this pulled up. Let's see. It doesn't want to work for me right now, guys. Technology. Okay, here we go. Actually, we should be good. Let's see. AirPlay mirroring, Joshua's iMac. Boom, chicky boom. Here we go. Awesome. That was a Vic reference, in case you guys didn't catch that. All right, so let me make this a little bit bigger. And let me show you how this works, you guys. See if I can open up a new document here. Let me make sure that this is working. My pen here. I didn't come very prepared, did I? All right, we should be good now. New document. Here we go. Okay, so you have, let me pull this up. Okay. So you have traffic coming through right here, right? And I can hear myself on my phone, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay, so you have traffic coming through on the front end, right? And it's coming to our funnel. Now, I'm not going to write and draw out the whole entire funnel process here, but we'll just say this is like our funnel, whether it's a DA funnel or some other funnel, right? They come to our funnel, they fill out their name and email address, right? Here, and you have the little button. They just fill out their email address or their name and email address. And they click the submit button and they get added to an email list, right? Okay, so depending on your message, for example, if your message was, I'm just trying to think of something different here. How to lose 10 pounds this week with ketones. Right, ketones are super popular right now, so we'll just say that. We'll just go with that. So obviously they fill out their information. It goes to a video that's all about how to lose 10 pounds this week with ketones. And then, of course, the first 3 email follow-ups, right? You get 3 about right here. This is usually what I do. So you got day 1, day 2, and you got day 3 here. So you got day 1, day 2, and then you have day 3. And on day 1, all you're doing on day 1 is you're basically saying, okay, here's the info you requested. Right, so all you're doing here is you're ensuring that they receive the information that they just asked for on this page, right? Whole purpose of day 1. Day 2, it's basically the same thing. It's just a reminder email. Did you get your free video? Or it could be a guide. We can say like video reveals. How to lose 10 pounds this week with ketones, right? So day 2 is just a reminder. And then on day 3, it's just a thank you. It's basically, hey, thank you for being a subscriber. And I wanted to remind you, did you get access to that free video? So that's the first 3 emails, okay? So after you do that, after you send out your first 3 emails, and let's say most likely you're gonna get a group of people that open these, click to them. You're gonna have some people that possibly bought your product on how to lose 10 pounds this week with ketones. You're gonna have some people that don't. And so what we want to do after our first 3 emails, typically what I'll do is I will take a break. Typically I'll just have 3 emails, and sometimes I'll add more to my follow-up sequence, but mostly I don't. This is kind of where I start to segment different people based off of the broadcasts that I send to them. Now, what is a broadcast? A broadcast is an email that's not in my autoresponder, right? It's not automated. It's an email that I pretty much manually write, and I send it out at any given point in time. So what I'll do is, and you can even do that, what I would recommend is that you do this, this section, what I'm about to talk about right now, in your actual autoresponder and not through a broadcast. Now, you can every once in a while, because you're gonna have some people that don't open up email number 4. Some people will open up email number 4. But what I'll do is we'll go day 1, 2, 3, and then I'll wait one day. And what we'll do, let me just create another one. What I'll do is on day 5, I won't email anything out on day 4, but day 5, I will send a survey. And it will be something like, again, it's going to relate to the headline and what they initially asked to get access to, right? So it's going to relate to that initial opt-in. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask them, what is your biggest question about, let's see, what's your biggest question about losing weight? What is your number 1 biggest question about losing weight with ketones? Right? So this will be email, or day 5, I guess you could say. That'd be email 4 for day 5. Okay? So right here, we want to find out exactly what their biggest struggle is, right? We want to find out, is it, especially if we're talking about health, is it the fact that they can't maintain a diet? They typically will lose a bunch of weight and they'll gain the weight back. Maybe yo-yo dieting is their biggest problem. Maybe it's motivation. Maybe it's they don't know what foods to eat. Maybe it's because they don't know how to work out properly. It could be a number of things, but that's exactly what we want to find out here. Okay, and that's exactly what I did with my list recently. I asked them, what is your number 1 biggest struggle, right? You can kind of reword this. What's your number 1 biggest struggle when it comes to making money online? And most people answered getting started with the right business or the right opportunity. That was the single biggest answers. They were struggling just to get started. It wasn't traffic. It wasn't conversions. It wasn't email marketing. It was, dang, Josh, I just want to get started in the right opportunity. Lead me towards the right opportunity. So what I started doing is after that, I started segmenting people into different opportunities. I segmented some people into like digital altitude, and then into an e-commerce opportunity, and then to another opportunity over here that was more low ticket, right? And so you guys can do the exact same thing once you really are able to look at from a bird's eye point of view at your business. You start to understand why people promote more than one offer. They don't stick to just one offer. Now, if you're somebody that's brand new and you haven't really had your first breakthrough, you haven't had your first $10,000 a month, I'd recommend just sticking with one opportunity. Please do that. Okay. Stick with one opportunity. Don't start segmenting people into a bunch of these different opportunities. I'm just giving you guys some ideas on what you can start to do. You can segment people into, okay, these people want to learn a little bit more about traffic. These people want to learn a little bit more about how to get started. These people want to learn a little bit more about conversions and paid ads, and let's see, and maybe YouTube ads. Okay, so that's what I'll do with email 4. And then after that, what I will do is I'll start sending out, maybe I'll wait a couple days, right? It looks like my pen turned off again. Let's see. Give this just a minute. So what I'll do is I'll wait a few more days. Once I get survey answers, my pen still doesn't want to work. Let's see. Should be good here. Technology. Give me just a second here, you guys. Says it should be good. Let's see, maybe it is dead. Let's see, battery. Still learning how to use this. Let's go down here. Nope. Let's see, batteries. It says it's 49%. It says it's good. Okay, here we go. Now it's working again. What the deal was there. All right. So it seems as though every time I put this on, maybe I need to refresh it. I think that's what it is. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm on my eraser. Come on, Josh. Okay, still getting used to this stuff. Okay, so now after a few days, once we start to receive survey results, what we want to do is we want to begin to put these people in different buckets. So what I'll do is I'll send an email about a biz opportunity, right? And then I'll send another email maybe the next day about another, or actually probably the same. So what I'll do is I'll do the same biz op, right? And then I'll send another one about the same biz op. And I'll just take a different angle, right? So I'm leading people to, maybe, for example, if it's Digital Altitude offers multiple landing pages, multiple sales pages that you can be promoting. There's one from Michael, there's one from Kiara, there's one from Paula, there's one from Alex, and then there's Aspire Today, I think, is another one. So there's like 4 or 5 different ones. And what you can do is you can send people to different landing pages, find out which landing page converts the best. And you're also giving people other angles, different ways that they can learn more about the business, because maybe they won't resonate as much with Alex, but they'll resonate more with Michael, right? Or Kiara. So what you want to do is you'll want to sort of educate them first. Like in each of these emails, what you can do is you can pre-frame them for what they're about to see on the next page. So, you know, if it's about Michael's story and he goes into his story, you can send an email about how ex-military, how ex-army vet or something went from nearly broke to 50K a month or 10K a month, right? And then you can have a little excerpt inside your email that kind of pre-frames Michael Force. So you're kind of going through the actual sales video, taking little bits and pieces out of it, of what that sales video is about, injecting it in your email and pre-selling people on what they're about to see on the next page. And there's so many things that you can do. You can even include little segments of the video and what it talks about. Maybe there's a specific small section of the video where they talk about a formula to making 10K a month. And you can talk about that in your email. And you can talk about, you know, for example, if you're pre-framing people for this training right here, you can talk about the 3 follow-up emails you must have to be able to convert leads to sales in your autoresponder, and how, you know, I'm going to give you the exact subject lines and the exact, you know, headlines and body to use in my emails, right? So you can kind of pre-sell it in that sense. Don't give away all the information, give people a taste, leave them wanting more. And that's sort of the idea here. So after you do that, what you can do is you want to, when you're sending people these emails, right, to these, and you're sending them to these landing pages, what you want to do is send them to the opt-in page, right? Send them to the opt-in page where they have to enter their name and email address again, right? And this is how we put people in buckets, right? So we can put people in this bucket. These all go to the same bucket. And then maybe the next week, what you can do, right after you send those 3 emails, maybe you take a day break. And a lot of these emails too, like these emails probably have some value in them, right? You're giving them the value, whether it's through storytelling, talking about somebody else's story, talking about specific technical things like what I'm teaching right now. Just giving people, what you can do is you can give value and you can sell at the same time. You can sell without selling. So, throughout the course of this training, I could be selling another, business opportunity, and I'm sort of selling it in a way where I'm saying, hey, okay, everybody's not going to resonate with just one business opportunity. You need to have an arsenal of different business opportunities to promote. So I'm indirectly telling you to join other business opportunities, right? So it works extremely well. It's just storytelling, story selling, and just telling through stories. So you can do that, right? That's one sequence that you can follow here. The next sequence, what you can do is we can start segmenting people. Yet again, here's another group of emails we're sending out the next week. And then maybe what we can do is we can still send them to the same thing. There might be one product that teaches everything, right? That teaches traffic, that teaches, how to find products to sell, that teaches you conversions, that teaches you email marketing, right? And DA does allow you to do all these things. So you can even teach people a little bit about traffic and say, hey, in video 3 of the RISE program, it talks about email marketing. And you're going to learn this, and this, and you can actually get access to it right now. You can get a trial for $1, right? Now, I know that's not for the RISE membership, but you guys kind of get the idea, right? You can talk about what you're learning from Digital Altitude and put them in the form of videos, right? Like you can have a video right here with a join button, right? And the next email, you can have another video that gives more value of maybe about, top tier business models and what you need in a business to make the big money and create job quitting type income. You can have a little video about that. So you're giving value, but then you're having calls to action. All you're doing is you're always pre-framing. You're pre-framing for the video that they're about to get access to right here. And then in the video, you're pre-framing for the actual sales page, right? So this is the sales page of like DA. Now, this would work well right here, this whole formula here. Actually, let's do this. Let me get a different color here. This works well if you've segmented people. Remember what I was talking about here? You segment people from this general list to this specialized list, right? And then what you can do is you can take people from that specialized list and you can start emailing them, right? They already said, I'm interested in learning more about Digital Altitude, right? That's what they did right here, right? Right here, right? And so once they said they were interested in Digital Altitude, they got put on this other email list. And now what you want to do is find different ways that you can pre-sell Digital Altitude, right? So again, teaching them the top tier business model that Michael Force talks about in step number 1. You can take that exact same training, put it in your own words, and retell it from your point of view, because people are seeing you and you're branding yourself. And that's what people want to be able to see. They want to be able to see Josh. They want to be able to see Cody, Keith, JD, right? So from there, what you'll do is pre-sell that and then DA, and then send them straight to the sales page where they can sign up for $1 trial or for $37 a month, right? So you can do that. And then what you can even do, I know this gets like even more complicated, is you can segment people from a DA list to another traffic list, and then from the general list to the traffic list, you know, so on and so forth. So there's so many cool little things that you can do when it comes to email marketing, segmenting your list. You got to find out what they want. Find out what they want, segment them, and give it to them. And it's really that simple. And this is a perfect process right here because you're bridging them. This is called the bridge page. So we send them from the email to the video, which is the bridge page. And you're bridging the gap between the email and the actual sales page right here, right? So people are able to see you. You give some knowledge. You know, if you're talking about top tier business models, you know, here's the great thing about this top tier business model, does this, this, and this, and this. And if you want to check out a top tier business model that's completely done for you, all the products are created. You don't have to worry about creating the sales letters or the sales messages. You don't even have to worry about being a salesperson. Let me show you my top recommended top tier business. All you got to do is click the link below. You can feel free to check it out. And I really hope that you get some value from it. And you can pretty much end your video right there. So pretty cool process that you can follow here. And I'm going to get down to the comments and see if you guys are getting some good value. If you guys have any questions up to this point, let me know if you guys have any questions. We got Brandon. He says bridging is selling. See if I need to refresh this. We got, give this a minute. Come on. Bridging is selling. Cody says boom, chicky boom. Ricardo says sounds good. Give me some feedback, guys. If you guys getting some value from this, is this making good sense to you guys? Let me know. You know, we've got about a 20 to 30 second delay. So I'm going to stop here and check in with you guys for just a second, and then we'll continue on. Braden says makes sense. So especially if you guys are doing like solo ads, this model is perfect. No one else is doing this, right? No one else is doing this with email marketing. Most people, this is most people. Let me show you most people. Okay, most people. Right. Once they get people on their email list, this is what they do. They will send them straight from an email to a sales page all day, every day. Email, sales page. And they'll just keep doing that and 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 doing that. And they'll just slam them, and there's no value here. And these people have no idea who you are, right? Instead of following this model, right? This is the model that you want to follow. Let's put it in green. You want to send people from the email. Now you can do this every once in a while, right? You can do this every once in a while. But for the most part, it's a good idea to do this. Send them straight. Whoops, my art's terrible. No, I know. Bridge video. Or even a bridge page. I mean, this could be an article here too as well. And then straight from the bridge page to the sales page. And that's what you guys should be doing. You know, if you haven't subscribed to my list already, you should be taking a look at the emails that I send out and understand why is Josh doing this? Why is he structuring his email this way? Why is he saying what he's saying in his bridge video, right? What's the method to the madness, right? So instead of like looking exactly like at the information, look at the marketing and ask the reason why. Why is somebody doing this? So I'd urge you to subscribe to my list. You can just go to tubetrafficsellingsystem.com. You can subscribe to my list that way. But this is probably the most useful way to build a relationship with your list. And of course, there's tools you're going to need to have. You're going to have an autoresponder. You need to have a sales page software. And I've got some recommendations. I use ClickFunnels and I use GetResponse as my autoresponder, and ClickFunnels is my funnel software. I've been using it for 2 years. And if you want to succeed in business, you must have a funnel. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. You need to have, there's tools that are must-haves. If you're serious about building an online business, that you need to have. And a funnel software is one of them, and a autoresponder is another. So you can go to my best lead pages. That's let me delete this here, make it a little bit more clear. You can go to that's even worse actually. Let's do this. You go to my best lead pages.com, and that will give you access to ClickFunnels. Now I do get a commission from that if you go straight through my website. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. You can go to clickfunnels.com as well. But you go to mybestleadpages.com, I do get a little commission from you there. And you can also go to GetResponse. I don't have my exact link for that, but you can just go to GetResponse and getresponse.com. You can sign up, I believe, for a free trial and get access to each one of these. But that's basically the process, you guys. You know, you start with your front end funnel, you have the 3 follow-ups. And then what you want to do is you want to survey them, put them into different buckets. And once you put them into different buckets, you want to focus on one bucket, right? If it's the digital altitude bucket, find different angles to get people to sign up for the $1 trial, right? And you have a traffic bucket, and you can send people different traffic offers, right? And then you want to follow this bridge page process, okay? This guy right here, that is the money maker, okay? And that's a process, you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys got tons of value from this. If you did, let me know below, and I'll keep doing these for you guys. Let's see, let me look at the questions here. Let's see, Braden asks, do you usually create your emails day by day, or do you pick one day to plan and write out 2 weeks or so? It depends on where you're at in your business. I just do it every day, right? If I know that I'm going on a trip, what I'll do is I'll like pick one day of the week and I'll write a bunch of emails and queue them out to go out day by day. So it just depends on where you're at. I think if you're somebody that's limited on time, I would recommend using as much time as you can to write the emails and structure them. So I know people that will spend one day writing 7 emails, got 7 emails for the week, or 5 or 3, depending on how often you email your list. And then Braden says, wondering, as far as constantly providing new valuable content, seems almost easier to do it day by day. Definitely agree there, brother. So cool, you guys. Really hope you guys got some value from this. I believe we were roughly between 30 and 40 minutes on this email training. If you got some value, let me know in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, welcome to the replay. I hope you got tons of value from it. If you're on my YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your questions. Always love serving you guys. Appreciate every one of you. And we will see you guys in the next training. Take care.